darling heart, and welcome to the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely, or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. With my experience and training, I now help other people with their alcohol-free or drink less adventures. You can find out more and sign up to my 5-day Drink Less Challenge at drinklesslivebetter.com. I'm here to tell you that you can relax, connect, and have fun without alcohol in your life. Join me here each week to find out how. Who am I sober? Now I don't drink. I've had to confront some truths. Some of them have been comfortable. Some have been comfortable over time, and some, well, they are still uncomfortable. Deciding to have a year alcohol-free threw me into a bit of an identity crisis. I was okay about changing my home drinking identity, but really struggled with my socialising identity. Shared boozy experiences were a big part of my life and of who I was. I ended up piecing together a new identity over time. I reflected not only on who I had been, but also on who I wanted to be in the future. I took time to explore what I enjoyed and also consciously began to move away from activities I had stopped enjoying. I also looked more closely at my relationships. Who did I want to see more of? And who did I need to move away from a bit? Some of the most surprising supports came from the least expected places. I discovered that chaos had been a default position for so long that calmness was too unfamiliar to start with. I had to find a way to move slowly towards the peace that I wanted. I have now accepted that some friendships have changed. Some have stayed the same, and I've also made many new friends since becoming sober and a business owner. Sometimes other people will say things to me about my choice not to drink, and mostly I find that okay now. Who am I sober? I'm just someone who chooses not to drink alcohol. I want it to be the least interesting thing about me. Who am I sober? I am an improved version of myself, more relaxed, more peaceful, more patient, kinder, and more content. These were not words I would have used to describe myself when I was drinking. Chaos reigned. Who am I sober? Well, probably the most surprising thing for me is to find myself working as a coach. I'd spent 12 years working in youth offending. A large proportion of my time was spent talking to young people about their substance use without ever considering my own. When I had got sober, completed my coach's trainings and certifications, I couldn't believe what I had achieved. None of this seemed possible a short time ago. I love the one-to-one 3-month program I work with my clients on. I get to know them so well. I'm interested in their stories, their beliefs, and I'm excited by the changes they are ready to make in their lives. Who are they sober? I just cannot wait to find out. You can check out the show notes on this podcast or any other episode. You'll find details about the Drink Less, Live Better 2023 retreat. You'll see the link to a hidden podcast episode to help you with your 5 p.m. cravings, and you'll be able to read about my one-to-one coaching program. I'd love it if you could follow and download the podcast, and if you feel inclined to leave a review, that'd be lovely too. Thank you for listening in today. Come back again next week. And P.S. I believe in you.